Hey everybody, BDogASDF here, and welcome to a Let's Play, which I haven't done in forever. This game was created by Capcom. Honestly, I think it's very underappreciated for what it is. This is Onimusha Warlords. Just so you know, the Saminosuke Normal / Extra is a option you can have when you start a new game, but you have to have beaten the game first in order for that to happen. I'm going to be quiet for this opening sequence. Be right back, guys.
Finally engage the enemy. I will save Princess Yuki.
Samnosuke, I am writing this letter in the hopes you will read this in time to help. Something is wrong within the Inabayama castle. Some of the maids and servants have gone missing, and I fear that it might be the work of monsters. I am so scared, Samnosuke. People tell me that the monsters eat the maids and servants and then take their remains to someplace deep underground. When I told my brother Yoshitatsu about this, he did not seem interested. He is too busy preparing for his upcoming battle with Nobunaga. Samnosuke, although it has been a few years since we were forced to take separate paths, due to the battle between my father Dosen and my brother Yoshitatsu, you are still the only one that I can rely upon. I can only hope that you receive this letter and that you will find it in your heart to come and save me before it is too late. Yours faithfully, Yuki.
You know, Yuki, chances are those servants might just be on vacation. You ever thought about that? Maybe just decide to say, screw this, I'm going for a little break. Packed their bags and went on a nice giant nature trip. No, I'm kidding, they're dead. They're dead. Without a doubt. There will be a couple of cutscenes where I will stay quiet for. The beginning is very
This way,
cutscene
sir.
heavy. Like so.
If our princess is at the keep, there are two ways to get there. The western path, or the northern passage.
Kaede, I'll go north. You follow them through the other way.
Understand.
Okay, so welcome to Onimusha Warlords for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. I do not recall if there is a PC version, but basically I'm looking through my inventory. We have a basic katana, a map, we've got the letter that we just listened to earlier, and we have one healing item and normal armor. As we progress, as you can see by the empty slots that are below them, we will be obtaining more equipment as we progress. Also, this game is Resident Evil control scheme, so tank controls. If you enjoy trying to learn how to turn left and right, then this is the game for you. And our first few enemies of the game.
Princess Yuki!
These are ninjas. They're pretty nimble on their feet, and they can blindside you very easily, so what you want to do is make sure to stay moving, be prepared to guard if they start to wind up.
Princess Yuki, Your Highness.
Samnosuke, it's really you. Oh, I knew that you would come to save me. I have missed you so much since you left the castle.
What?
Flee while you can, you worthless bug!
Samanosuke. Samanosuke. Wake up, Samanosuke. With your current power, you are not capable of destroying the demons. We will give you our powers. We are the clan of ogres that has been subverted by the demons. Samanosuke, defeat and seal their souls to your right hand. Destroy all the demons! So, fortune has smiled upon me this day. With the power of this gauntlet, I will destroy all of those monsters and save the princess!
And with that, we get the instructions on how the gauntlet works. The gauntlet is a piece of equipment that allows us to absorb souls. Red allows us to put towards enhancing equipment. Yellow restores your health, and blue restores your magic. Keep in mind though that it takes a lot of red souls to enhance your equipment, and the higher level your equipment gets, the more souls you need. So that yeah, I need to go back. I'm actually doing this post commentary, so forgive me if I don't remember everything I'm doing. But this is a magic mirror. This is basically our save point in the game. This is where you will save your game and you will enhance your equipment. And that was really redundant when I said this is our save point. This is how you save your game. Anyways. So, unfortunately, right now, we don't have anything we can upgrade besides upgrading our herbs. When you get herbs, you can upgrade them into medicine, which are basically full heals. Later on in the game, you'll also be able to find items that expand your health and magic, so you can take more hits. You'll start to see what I'm talking about in terms of souls right now. When you are fighting demons, when you kill them, their bodies will disintegrate and turn into souls that will float around. They will hang around for a set amount of time, but after a while they will disappear, so you want to get them when you can. Problem is, when you absorb souls, you're left vulnerable. Empty storage house. You know what that means.
Hurry! Monsters! Close the door, now!
Someone is there!
Get him!
So I will be showing off times where I die, but I won't be like showing off the entire thing that led to me dying, just because that's the advantages of post commentary. I can help save some time that way. And once we defeat all the demons, absorb all the souls, and we go up to the door to interact with it, next cutscene.
Open the door! I've killed all the monsters! He killed?
Huh?
What should we do?
Come on guys, I got barbecue.
you! Ah! Sorry.
We are very sorry. Please forgive us.
What happened to you?
They came out of nowhere and attacked us.
The keep may have also been attacked by them.
The keep is ahead of us that way?
Right. The forest road there is a shortcut to the keep.
I see.
No, wait, that's all he has to say about that. There isn't much interaction with humans most of the time. There will be occasions where you will find soldiers fighting demons, and if you help them defeat the demons, then they will drop items for you to have. And don't think that what we've seen so far will be the last time we see them. The ninjas and those regular soldier moves that you've seen, we will be seeing more of them as we progress through this game. The interesting thing is that this game is pretty long at first, when you're playing it without any form of help, but once you know everything, you can get through the game in 3 hours. You can beat the game in one sitting. It all depends on you. And I was practicing. Cause when I was recording this, I had forgotten that it was tank controls, and it really messed with me. And once you go down this hole, there's no going back. There's not really anything to grab back here, so jump away. Creepy tunnel. If you press the L1 button, is your block. It can block most of the attacks that are in the game. There are some attacks that the big monsters use that can bypass it though, or they can knock your guard open and hit you that way. The R1 button is how you target. Luckily, the game has auto targeting, so whenever you're in an area and you're not sure if there's monsters, if you press R1 with Samanosuke and he automatically faces a certain, if his angle changes, then that means there's an enemy in there and he's looking right where it is. So, and with that, movement is a lot easier to work with. You don't have to deal with tank controls while you're targeting, as you've seen me do. You can also use it for sidestepping, which is very useful for dodging. You're going to have to utilize it a lot and be able to read the movements of your enemies to get used to it. So here's the Green Skull by Sogen. To the brave one who finds and is reading this document, I ask you put all other thoughts aside and heed my warnings that are written here within. There is an ogre's gauntlet that draws its power from the souls of those who are killed by demons. Master its secrets, and great powers will be yours. Remember, without the power of the ogres, you are no match for the demons. Sogen. Just so you know, this and one other, it's like another book or two, I actually take the time to read in this playthrough. But after that, I kind of just skim through it because I don't want to keep people up with reading, but I'll probably change that habit in the future for when I'm doing live commentary. It was just that with this game, it's a lot harder than it looks, and a lot harder than you'd think. You can see just from my health bar, I'm already near death and I only just started. This game is a survival horror action game. So you want to make your herbs, your medicines, your ammunition, your magic. You want to try to save as much of it as you can and try to preserve your HP as best as you can. Now, I mentioned that there were two ports. There was a PlayStation 2 version and an Xbox version. I believe Onimusha Warlords was the original release, and Genma Onimusha was the Xbox version, which had extra content, including I can't remember how many dungeons. They were basically two towers, and they were multi-floored, and it was basically just gauntlets. Defeat this floor of enemies, go through a portal, onto the next floor, you fight this horde of enemies, which would give you bonus armor and rewards. but for this one, it's the vanilla game, so it only has the Dark Realm. We'll get into the Dark Realm later, and yeah, I didn't read that because I wanted to get that explanation out of the way. If you've ever, for those, and here we get the Thunder Orb. Sorry, I'm having trouble thinking of what to focus on first. We now have a lightning katana, the Ryzen. Forgive me if I don't remember some things. I only just finished the playthrough and I don't remember everything I did. But basically, the Ryzen is a better version of our katana. We literally have no reason to use our regular sword. You might also notice the name Shiden. Shiden is the name of the orb. You need to upgrade that orb to unlock certain doors, and these are puzzle boxes. Basically, you want to turn the dials to get it in order from one in the top left, and then the biggest numbers on the bottom right. And with that, we got a rope ladder. I actually took a moment to think to myself what to use it for. Open that chest, you get a magic jewel. The magic jewel, and we'll be getting later on in the game, power jewel, are your ways to increase your health and your magic meters. Obviously, the magic jewels for your magic, power jewels for your health. These are other puzzle boxes that require you to have picked up these notebooks that have the language of demons, and you have to use that demon language in order to answer what the question is, and then you use the code options down below to fill it in. Then you hit OK, it processes the answers, and then it'll unlock. And yeah. So we got from that trick box a power jewel, and I took the time to take a look at what I could upgrade and stuff like that. And that's right. I had remembered seeing a playthrough of Genma Onimusha, and I couldn't remember what the orbs were for. I was like, I don't recall this ever being an upgrade thing, but I think I might need to upgrade this first. So I chose to upgrade the orb. Normally what I would recommend is that before you upgrade your weapon a level, upgrade the orb a level. That way you can break certain seals, because throughout the game you're going to need to upgrade that orb from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, because there are doors, like that one, that require the orb to be at a specific level in order to So let's go through the door. And that's when the music starts kicking in and we get introduced to ogres. These guys love to roll around, and I am not it just like that, and it is a multi-hitting attack. They don't just roll and then bounce off of you, they will keep rolling for a certain amount of time, and there's a yellow soul that I just absorbed, which restored a portion of my health. Unfortunately, that's the most you can get out of yellow souls, so don't rely on getting it all the time, because it's not guaranteed that you will get a yellow soul when you defeat enemies. It's only when your health is low. So there are other techniques to sword fighting in this game. You can do just your basic 1-2 slashes. You can use your magic attack, and when you knock an enemy down, like so, you go up to them, and without moving anything on the analog stick, and you just press the attack button, Saminosuke will do a stab. which most of the time will instantly kill an enemy. The smaller the enemy, the easier, the more guaranteed that the stab will kill. If it's like a giant demon, it may take more than one stab depending on how much damage you dealt to it before you knocked it down. Salmonosuke also has an upward slash, which requires you to hold back and forward. So press back then forward on the D-pad and he'll do an upward slash. If you press back on the D-pad while pressing the attack button, he will kick. It doesn't do any damage, but it stuns the enemy, making them open for attack. So here we have our first big guy. Make sure not to keep your distance too much from him, because if he starts to attack you and you're too far away from him, he does this. Yeah, avoid that, because that does a lot of damage. And there was the first time we saw a magic attack, so with the Ryzen, it is a combo magic attack, so he'll do a little poke with it, and then he'll constantly swipe them with his blade a bunch of times, followed with a giant lightning strike. Which pretty much sums up what that final blow technically is. There are some areas where demons will constantly spawn for a set amount of time. So take the chance when you have it to gather as much red souls as you can, because you're going to need every drop of them in order to upgrade your orbs, your weapons, and any items that you want to upload as well for later on in the game. Because it won't be so bad at first, but if you don't take the time to grind up the red souls, once your orbs are at level 2, you're going to be like thirsty for souls. You're going to be wishing that you had enough to upgrade them to level 3, because that's what I had to do. One of the sessions that I have to edit later is literally me spending like a good almost an hour long just running around finding demons to kill so that I could upgrade my Ryzen. But that was also because I made a mistake. When I upgraded my sword to level 3, I didn't mean to, I wasn't paying attention to the image in front of me, so I upgraded that to level 3 instead of the orb when I meant to upgrade the orb, and all I could do was facepalm and go, well, guess I'm running around and looking for strong demons to kill so I can get a lot of orbs. And eventually I did, but it took a lot of RNG and a lot of re-exploring what I had already covered to find the necessary orbs. But once I did that, things were pretty easy after that. So, like I said, always make sure that you fully upgrade the orbs before you completely upgrade your weapons. Still upgrade your weapons, just always make sure the orb levels up before the sword does. So if you get a new weapon, focus on the orb and then the weapon, and then like you just switch between the two when you upgrade them. As you progress, you'll be getting 2 other weapons that you can upgrade besides the Ryzen. What you want to do with those is, as soon as you get a second weapon, upgrade the orb, then that sword. And the same thing with the third weapon. Here's a clash. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, you have to spam buttons like crazy, and you have to be quick to start spamming those, or you will lose that clash very quickly. And you'll see that on that big door there wasn't any seal on it, so I kinda had to just ignore it. You see, this soldier guy is fighting that demon, and unfortunately I wasn't fast enough to save him, so I missed out on the item that I could have gotten for him. You only get an item if you save him, which sucks because I was hoping that I would. And I tried off-screening thinking that maybe it needed some time to load or something, but unfortunately I was wrong. And then, like an idiot, I kind of just wandered around thinking, what am I supposed to do? Because I had forgotten Resident Evil fashion. You have to go into your item inventory, select the item, and select use. There's very few moments where your character will automatically use an item for you. So yeah, that was a dumb moment on my part. And I wish I could fix it, but I can't. Because I've already beaten the game, and I don't want to play through it again just to fix one mistake. That seems silly. So it's pretty quiet, too quiet, so we all know what that means. And there's a save point, so you know what that means. There's a potential boss in the next door, which is the equipment that was created by the clan of ogres in order to destroy the demons. Of course, it didn't take me very long to figure this one out. Is that you pick the... There are 8 options, so you pick the 6th one, the first one, and then you pick the 4th. And that's pretty much what you do. And you get another power jewel. Most of those boxes, most puzzle boxes, will have like a power jewel or a magic jewel or something important to the game. Break open those boxes and you get a medicine. So there's a full heal item right there. And when you receive that, you know you're in for a tough fight. There's a red seal there, but unfortunately we can't open it with the weapon that we currently have. And I decided to use the medicine because my health was really low and I didn't want to risk it with whatever was going to be coming up against me. So I take the time to finish upgrading the Shidan. Yeah, look at all those souls go. Souls burn very quickly. So now it's level 2. So now later on in the game when we run up against doors that have 2 blue seals, we'll be able to bypass it. And this is where I save my game, and that is the end of part 1 of Onimusha Warlords. Thank you very much for joining me, guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next part. Until then, I'm BDocASDF, and take care, everybody.